Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fatal One. This is our post-game, what did we learn moment here. So, what did you guys learn about the dungeon?
Don't go through the frickin' portals.
Really? But there was writing on the wall.
I actually wrote down some notes. On the right side, there's like a magic. That's those two altars that seem to radiate magic. I believe they're magic cancellation fields. Like I guess to punish us for casting spells at the beginning of the dungeon. On the right side are also mummies and banshees, and then the portals.
Yep, basically that.
What about the mechanics and rules of the dungeon? What have you learned?
So anytime you try to make a short rest, either there's a chance for a random encounter or it's a guarantee. And if there is a random encounter, it sounds like there needs to be a certain amount of time for them to get to you. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know if that's...
All right. Those are some nice observations. Anything else?
I have to say, definitely taking advantage of the environment is a must in this. Some rooms you might need to just skirt through as quick as you can, not even interact with enemies. Some doors you might need to bar or lock or somehow force shut for rests. A lot of it is taking in the environmental factors of the room itself. Like he said in the beginning, there was some kind of anti-magic field. It could have been very useful for us in combat. If a warrior was to carry one of those items through there, we might have been able to not get banshee wailed or something interesting like that. So there's a lot of little things that we skim past to try to give a view. A lot of it is going to be, quick decisions on, is this a risk we want to take as a party to encounter this group like the Banshees and the Mummies? With my movement rate, I could have moved through the room, but I would have left the dwarf behind. I would have left everybody behind. I could have scouted more of the dungeon, but I didn't want to just outright leave my party. So there's a lot of that you got to take into account playing this.
Mm-hmm.
I also noticed that the orcs didn't follow us, so maybe that's something you could take advantage of, just, skipping past enemies, running past them if your party has enough movement.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but I don't know if that was actually just the orcs being dumb and,
Well, they went through remember we pushed him through the portal originally and he came back, so I don't know. It's a bit strange.
It's like being leash. Like they can be pulled all the way to certain areas, but once they go too far, they have to be pulled back. Maybe.
Interesting ideas. I think we're going to need some more testing to see what happens. What about doors? I think we learned an important thing about doors here.
No sound goes through doors.
Well, not when you roll like a 5 on your perception check.
And plus, you gave a pretty good description.
Well,
why it as a crypt. I think that's fair.
They're
we
heavy
did test
doors.
that out by Charos trying to yell to me while I was in the other room, and he couldn't talk to me because I was on the other side of the door.
That's true.
And the banshee wail.
That's true. Yep, those doors are pretty heavy. Kind of hard to hear through them.
And they can wrestle good.
Yeah, and they close themselves all the time. The doors are a pain in the butt to work with. It'll have to be... Yeah.
But could be used to a great advantage. Remember that when you go through, those doors can do the same for you as it does for the enemy.
Yes, maybe. Could be useful.
It's definitely a good strategy to bottleneck them just inside the doorway and take them on one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I wasn't meditating, I would have tried to bar that door when we entered the portal room to secure us. That only threat would be from portals, but as meditating, I didn't want to break that for RP.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The doors are the real enemies in this game.
They very well might be. They might be the final boss, is just one big door.
Was it Hardcore Heroes that proved doors can be a great enemy?
Yeah, with the Griffin encounter, except it was a bookshelf, not a door.
Oh, was it?
Something like that.
I remember somebody battling a door for a while.
Yeah. All right. Did we learn anything else? We found some writing on a wall somewhere.
That. We don't know what it means, but there's writing on the wall.
Yeah. I bet if you killed that dragon, you could take a look and read the writing.
I realized there's going to be
a red herring.
Oh, true.
It could be. That'd be a mean red herring, though.
That's exactly what you would do. I don't put it past you.
I I realize that party split up might be essential in this. You're going to need some form of communication because it looks like some rooms might need to be done in tandem or take information from another room to another. I'm happy we didn't encounter any riddles that we knew of, but I think there might be some of that in play. And a firm grasp of magic is going to be needed for this dungeon too.
Yeah. I'm going to have to redesign my spells because most of my stuff was AoE stuff. So right when the orcs came by, I just couldn't do anything.
I also think... I also think a bit of our party composition was lacking a healer. I think, especially in a dungeon like this, I think...
Well, I got taken out in the first round.
That's the only
It doesn't matter who you take.
That is true.
Right,
but I think healing is definitely essential, I feel. But go on, sorry.
No, I was going to babble.
Yeah, okay.
We were equipped with Spare the Dying and everything, and that did not come into play.
Well, I did use Spare the Dying to save Jockroll, but the problem...
Okay, I might have missed that.
Yeah, there was one effective Spare the Dying in there. In the end, Jockroll never came back, though. It was close. It almost did. Right.
We could have taken out the orcs. We shouldn't have left. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, so far it's more status effects that everybody really needs to be wary of and be able to counter some of these things coming into this dungeon because the physical HP damage can be worked around. It's not so scary. Like even the dragon, I mean, look how well he stood up against the dragon. If I was in there to help and not rotting, whole different situation in that room. But because of the rot, I was taken out in that first encounter.
You also need to roll well, too.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
I got really ridiculously lucky.
Well, I think is there anything else that we've learned? Because I think we've kind of hit it all on the head. Is there anything remaining?
I think that about covers it.
Okay.
I'm done.
And chat was doing a great job of taking down mapping and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll learn from this first encounter what chat learned to look out for and to get put down so that the next party will have an advantage.
Right.
Because we're one big group here.
Yes, we're all working together. You're all working together. Speaking of, let's talk about the next game. If anyone would like to run Fatal 1 with their team of 4, send an email to me, koibu@regalgoblins.com, with the subject line, Fatal 1. Tell me what your party composition is, if you have a party name, and just kind of give me some basic details about it. If you can attach your character sheet somehow, that would be much appreciated, so I can give them a quick look over and make sure that they're made properly, or if I have to pick between like 5 different parties, I might pick the more interesting party, or maybe the more capable party, or maybe we'll just see, right? So if you want to run this game with your group, shoot me an email. This is not going to be the regular playtime. The regular playtime is going to skip around to match the play availability of people who want to run it. So if you're an all-American team, you might want to play on like the evenings after work. Whereas if you're a European team, maybe your mornings or the timing's going to be a little bit different. We might have to play on the weekend, so you'll still be awake after work, and I'll be awake and all that sort of jazz. So we'll move the show time around from day to day and from hour to hour to match the players' needs. I hope to run 3 to 4 games a month of Fatal 1, but it really depends on how many parties we get and how well scheduling works out. So,
we hope to play with you again, Neal.
Yeah. I hope to see you guys run through this again as well.
Oh, I'll be applying again, definitely.
Excellent, excellent. So send those emails now. In fact, I don't think we have anyone else on the table. Fatal 1 kind of just jumped on us all of a sudden. So if you guys want to resubmit and run it again, go for it.
Oh,
you might be the first
Absolutely.
and second people. We'll see.
Great.
Yeah, I think me and Autumn and Walrus and Epic Super Awesome are going to apply in the next few days. So we can
Excellent.
expect
Great.
to see this soon.
Excellent, excellent. Congratulations, players. You have succeeded. Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Kind of.
Kind of. Yeah. We'll see you later for some more Fatal 1, and we'll see you on Tuesday for some misclicks. and on Saturday for some shenanigans and some Heroes Graveyard, and next Sunday for some more Fatal 1. But that's it for today, everyone. Good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.